Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the global guided meditation call for Sunday, January 14, 2024, 3:15 p.m. Eastern. Big key for this civilization is, for the majority of it at least, begins to believe the opposite of what the civilization has been told that it is. Each one of us, what we are, well, you believe the opposite of what you're told, and that's been conditioning throughout the ages of this civilization, believing that it is weak, not powerful, that it is the body, and that's it. And everything else is outside of the body. And that's why the civilization pursues mostly the material physical world. On top of that, in the material physical world, in yesterday and tomorrow, is where the ego mind resides. It does not reside in the now. So most of us will wander off into tomorrow or yesterday. In fact, you literally wake up one morning, and before you even are out of bed, you're already wandering off into tomorrow, when today, the now, hasn't even begun. You see how easy it is for people to be distracted. There's a lot of people that are afraid, fear, again, coming in, to go within. To actually go within, to focus on what they are within that body. I've had numerous people say that they are scared to death. They're afraid to do that. You see how the ego mind plays these games with us when it is in charge? We're kept because we aren't aware of the fact that we're being controlled, but we're kept away from who and what we are. That might sound crazy, but it's really true. And the statement saying that, well, we can have anything we want is true, but most people don't believe that. They think that that's just a bunch of hooey. And it's all because of conditioning. It's programming throughout the ages that the civilization has been programmed to believe that it is what it isn't. And all of us are on automatic pilot, which means we are manifesting 24/7 and don't know it. It's like, as we move through our day, just notice if you are an automatic pilot or you're truly present in each moment of your life. Automatic pilot means you're just going through. It's just automatic. And the difference between that and truly present in each moment of your life is huge. So you pay close attention to your mind. Is it truly here right now? Is it? Excuse me. Or if it is still bouncing back into the past or future. Awareness for all of us is the grand master key to manifesting and training our mind to remain in the present moment. That's what this is all about. And you decide. No one's going to tell you, force you, period. You will decide when you will do that. So you say to yourself, well, I am committed or devoted to manifesting and training my mind to remain in the present moment. We all have the ability to be truly conscious in every moment. And as we dive consistently into this stream of pure consciousness, it naturally tends to grow and expand. Now, when we have brought this light of consciousness into the darkest closets of our being, illuminated every tiny hidden aspect inside ourselves, then we will have reached a very significant level of enlightenment. Everything will manifest easily for us, and this life will reward us greatly. We will see the most miraculous things naturally manifesting for us at our smallest will. The more we are truly relaxed into our essence or the being that is here now, the easier it is to consciously choose what we manifest into our lives. Because right now, in most cases, we're manifesting, but we don't know it. Whenever I have a conversation with people, one-on-one, they don't realize that they're manifesting 24/7. Then they start to pick up on it and say, well, you're right. Why wouldn't you be able to direct that to what you want, not what you don't want? Because we choose, all of us choose. We can choose to stop believing that we are a limited ego mind trapped in thoughts of yesterday and tomorrow. It's us as a civilization becoming aware of the truth of who we are and knowing that we are not just a limited body-mind or any of the beliefs we have about it. And knowing that we are this cosmic eternal consciousness that will never die, and we automatically increase our ability of what we wish to consciously create. Living life from this perspective, it becomes insanely easy to create anything we want when there is realization of who we truly are. There's no doubt or fear attached to who we think we are. We become this deeply peaceful being who is truly at home within our own body-mind and naturally becomes the living master of our lives. The fastest way to become a conscious manifester is to daily visualize that what you want to manifest has already occurred in the physical world. That comes in for trust. There's that word, trust. And what is the trust? Trust ourselves. Trust in ourselves. That's where it begins. Not, how many people do you believe actually have 100% trust in themselves? I haven't really met anybody like that. Yeah, some of us will have trust in ourselves to a certain extent. Then people, I've met people that are, over the edge, infested with ego mind. And of course they believe that's confidence. Now, it is for all of us, it is important to feel it, see it, and believe it, whether we are aware of it or not. We're always sending out a manifesting vibration, a frequency of energy into this universe. And you know how boomerang works. It's like, the it boomerangs back to us in some form. The most conscious we can become of what frequency we're sending out, the more conscious, the easier it will become to finally attune it to a higher vibrational energy where we will naturally attract each desire we have with joy and ease. What would happen, or I'll say what will happen on this planet when the majority of the people of the civilization know this? That they believe in it, 100%. That they have the confidence and faith in it, trust, and in the universe to produce it. It's like a virtual infinity shopping. There's anything. It's anything that you want. It's not an issue. Okay. Now, do you think we would become wouldn't it be redundant because we could just, basically snap the energy in the perfect direction and voila, we have what we want. No issues. Would that become boring for us? I know at first it wouldn't. It would be absolutely phenomenal. Everybody would be absolutely elated. Of course, there would be some structure issues, right? You would have those that would just continuously manifest things to the point where they had no room anywhere, even for themselves. And so but they still kept manifesting things. You would have people manifesting, I manifest a yacht, and then they manifest a mansion, and then they manifest something else. See, we have the frequency and energy and the gods that we are within these bodies and the consciousness, pure consciousness. And we're pure energy. And we are pure conscious energy, so we have this awareness. As each of us discover the awareness of who and what we are, then we can direct with the universe this stream of energy to move other energies into form so that we can experience them, and these are the things that we want. They are not things we don't want, because then we have discovered that we focus on what we want, not what we don't want, because we've had that experience throughout our lifetimes, focusing on what we don't want. I had that conversation last night with some people, focusing on what, and they, everybody kind of said, that's absolutely right. Whether it's right or wrong, but it's absolutely spot on, because the majority of us do that. I do not believe that we do it intentionally. I believe we do it out of habit, because there are so many things that come at us while we're in these bodies that it becomes a blur, that everything's coming at us in all these different directions that at times do influence us, where the ego mind takes the reins and then directs us in its direction, the direction it wants to go in. So we have quality, right? You probably have, let's say you bought something, and, it looked decent enough. There was another model, but it was more expensive. And you say, well, I'm going to get this one. You get it, and the quality is poor. So that's where we be aware of the quality of energy we are putting into the desires that we want to manifest, the quality of energy. That's what this is about. First, we become aware. That's even talking about this in this meditation during the guidance time is halfway. We're halfway there to even be discussing this. So then we begin to notice if we are focusing on having what we want from a place of hoping it will occur. This is a big thing. Most of us say we focus from a place of hoping it will occur, or we switch and we're really trusting it will actually show up. Hoping it will occur, or really trusting that it will actually show up. How many people hope that it will occur? Now, by us creating awareness about how conscious we are about our intention, we bring more energy and power to it. And it's best to start with knowing what the experience is that we most want to have when our greatest desire has manifested. So from this place, there is no ambiguity about what we're about to receive when we arrive at our goal. Now maybe you're simply humming along in life, living in somewhat comfortable existence, and you haven't yet thought about the kind of day that you want to manifest today. Just stop and think about this. How would you like to feel at the end of today? How would you like to feel at the end of today? What would you have liked to accomplish? What kinds of interactions and conversations would you like to have had? When we practice being more conscious of who we are being right now, it's easier to steer our lives towards the life we want to manifest. And manifesting is real simple. It is moving energy into form, creating it into reality, and experiencing it. And we're so powerful that many of us, manifest the crap. We manifest the crap into our lives. And it's not like we know it. That's kind of like a catch-22, if you will. We don't know it. We don't know we're that powerful. You've probably had conversations with people that believe that there's something, right? Not them, but something else that's stopping their flow of prosperity or abundance. And you turn around and you say, you know what that is? It's you. You're stopping your flow of prosperity or abundance, or good health, or whatever it may be. When we have clarity about what we want on our inner world, it acts like a blueprint that manifests itself into our outer world. When we are clear about what our heart really wants, we naturally create it. It really is effortless. It must find some way to flow into your life. This is the abundant, magical nature of this universe. When we are unconscious and not clear on what we want, this universe tends to give us apricots when we want peaches. Manifesting becomes more hit or miss, like most people. It is a hit or miss. Science with a vague vision of our greatest desired outcome. Vague vision. It's not a bad thing. Yet we may just get a little of this and a little of that. Now, this mind of ours is our super manifesting power tool, and it is always drilling its way through life and creating something. Now, doesn't it make sense that we decide, why not redirect it to the most wonderful, positive thing? Do you ever notice how we all have a tendency, I'm not saying all the time, but I think we all feel it at times, where we're pulled to focus on the negative. We know it's negative, right? But we focus on it. And I've had people say to me that it's hard, it's difficult for them to really, they agree to this with themselves. It's difficult for them to focus on positive outcomes, positive things. They literally find themselves gravitating eventually back into the negativities. Their life, why this didn't happen, why that didn't happen, why is all this happening out there, why is all this going on? And they lower their frequency, and the universe identifies it and gives them more of the same. I've seen people for almost their whole lifetime saying how, their life has been such a pain and struggle. And I say to them, have you ever really thought about the fact that you're the one? We create our life. All of us do. We all create our lives. We create our experiences. We create, so there's not something out there that's creating it. We are. So we're sending it out. It's not coming into us. We're sending it out, and our answer comes in. So our mind is a tool once we learn how to hone it and how to use it. Because we know it's always drilling its way through this life and creating something. So we say, well then, why wouldn't I want to redirect it to the most wonderful positive things? Why wouldn't we? Do you know of anybody that would say, oh, no, I'm not interested in that? So whenever the mind wanders to the skeptical side of the tracks, simply observe the thought pattern and slowly back away. Just observe it, watch it. You're not interacting with it. If it continues to perpetually move down that same or similar negative path, you will need to go deeper inside yourself to uproot its pattern. You may start with investigating what positive outcome it is that you really want to achieve by continuing down that old negative trail. Perhaps it's a cry for support, a hug, fatherly advice, motherly love, or just getting anybody's attention. When we get that deeper need met on a daily basis, that reoccurring pattern will instantly discontinue. When we are practicing being more conscious and clear about what our deepest intentions are for each day, we start being more aware of what thoughts are flowing through us in every moment. We stop allowing for negative, complaining thoughts to be vocalized, and we become laser focused on having only positive, creative thoughts about our intention. With awareness, we can effortlessly step out of an old stream of negative thinking and rechannel our minds into an inspired flow of positivity. When we are super clear, we can also relax deeply into the feeling of what we want. This is like sending out an ultra-strong signal into the universe that is picked up and sent back to us in the form of our manifestation. As we constantly use the mind in a focused, concentrated way, we realize how deeply this universe is listening to us and constantly answering our requests in the form of a physical manifestation every day. Whatever it is that we deeply desire to manifest into our lives, it can be ours with joy and effortless ease. How it was designed. Now here's something that can increase your ability or power. Increase your level of consciousness every day this week by bringing your attention to what is conscious inside you right now. Take 10 minutes every day to slow down and notice what is looking through your eyes. Listen through your ears and thinking about what it's seeing and hearing. This is an inward experience that will soon bring you into a calming sensation. Bring your awareness through your innermost feelings, thoughts, and ideas back to where is the source of these thoughts coming from. Always turn your awareness back into itself. It's like a mirror reflecting itself with another mirror. Bring your attention continuously into that which is simply aware. There's no better way to increase our consciousness. When we practice this for days on end, our lives will change in the most outrageous ways. We will become present to this divine being that we are and that everyone is. Consciousness will grow inside of us, and we will start becoming more loving, centered, and free. There's a second stage to this that will skyrocket our manifesting abilities as we go through our day. Reboot your mind. One would say, well, how the heck do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do that? You bring your awareness to noticing the type of experiences, interactions, and feelings that you are having. Every so often, ask yourself this powerful reboot question. Works every time. What am I focusing on right now? You will be astounded at how this simple question can refocus your energy on what you want versus falling back into the pre-programmed thoughts that are keeping you stuck, unloved, wounded, and broke. Now, when we find out what the mind is focusing on, simply ask the mind to return to focusing on what you most want to manifest in your world. This question will center you, ground you, and support your vibrational frequency, your creation frequency, your manifesting frequency. Imagine right now that you have a magic wand, a real magic wand, not some toy, a real magic wand in your hand that will grant any wish, any desire. All you do, you just waved this wand over your life. You waved it over your life, and all of your greatest desires have just manifested into your life. Everything you could ever want, ever, is now yours. Everything. You have your ideal house, income, body, relationships, love, and even world peace. How do you feel now that everything your heart desired has now manifested? There's a reason why we're doing this. Practice this exercise every morning, spending at least 10 minutes focusing on all the amazing things and situations you've manifested and how you feel. Imagine that your every desire is now a living part of your reality. Notice how you feel different inside now that this desire is not something you have to go out and achieve or attain. Doing this enlightening exercise daily will increase your awareness and create an energetic blueprint for your entire day where your mind and body will automatically align with this vibration, resulting in the easy and effortless manifestation of your desire. You see how it works? For all of us. We all have this power. We all have these abilities. In most cases, when I communicate with the gods that have left the body, right? And what do they? They always talk about what they didn't do that they came into that body to begin with to do. That's a lot of the conversation is what they missed, what they didn't do that they wanted to do, how they spent the majority of their lives worry, stressing, fearing about all kinds of things. Where they said, you know, I had one who was a man, who was a god that came in as a man, and he said to me, I wasted so much time climbing the ladder of success that I forgot that the true gold was my family. I never spent enough time with them because I was always chasing the proverbial carrot. None of us have lives that are meaningless. They all have power. They all have meaning for you to learn. The quieter we become, the more we're able to hear. And but you really want to know the real truth is that we are absolutely outrageous and completely amazing. From the smallest cell in our bodies to the most elaborate computer in the world, our brains, we are honestly a magnificent piece of work. And yet, our amazingness doesn't stop with the super psychic, all-intelligent 10 trillion cells in our physical bodies. Our spiritual body is even more amazing. It can travel to distant galaxies in a millisecond, be in two places at once, and attract anything you desire to manifest into your physical world by simply focusing and imagining what you want with all your mind, body, and heart. You can co-creatively invent anything. And this is all in this all-intelligent divine universe that is intimately connected to every one of us will bring it into your physical reality for you. You want to know the truth? That's the truth. And as a divine, all-powerful, manifesting being, we all are naturally breathtaking. Take the time to get really curious about this. Turn your focus inward every day and begin to recognize the infinite extent and glory of your own divinity. Your mind at first may only be able to perceive a smidgen of your vast, omnipresent, divine magnificence. Yet, it is perfectly okay. Being a small sliver of the incredibleness of who you are is where everyone starts. Allow yourself to accept whatever you find and keep opening yourself to something infinite at your core. There exists peacefulness inside all of us that never falters, that never changes. It is the effulgence of our true magnificent selves. One glimpse is all it takes to permanently alter our perception of reality forever. And when we see it, we instantly begin living our everyday life from this continual, expansive, super conscious self. Join you in the meditation, and I'll return to close this out. Take an easy and slow breath in through the nose. An easy and slow breath out from the mouth. Remain still. This moment contains the very experience you have been searching for your whole life. So what are you waiting for? Do not hold back today. No matter what, go for it. Let go of hesitation and procrastination, and you have just opened up your vibration to receiving unlimited possibilities. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night the following morning. And we will return here Monday, January 15, 2024, 3:15 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call. Be gentle, kind, generous, and humble with yourself at all times. Be in the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest, deepest, purest of the purest, purest. Eternal gratitude at all times, no matter what's happening within you or outside of you.